Good evening everyone, or good afternoon or good night, whichever time. I'm Jiv3000 and I'll show you the first hack and fun video of Pokemon Emerald. You only do this if you're finished with the game and you want to look more towards the game. So get ready to get your mind blown away. I'm using Visual Boy Advanced because it's easy to customize and the graphics are nice and it's fast. Well, here's the intro. There's Brandon and he has cool Pokemon following him, a Torchic, Flygon, and a Mantric. You don't get none of those, it sucks. And there's Groudon, Kyogre, and finally the man of the show, Rayquaza. And there's Pokemon Emerald. Let's get this all ready. And there's Professor Birch welcoming us into the world of Pokemon. And he's sorry for making us wait for him, and I'm really pissed. I want my money back. But no, he's not gonna give us our money, right? And he's gonna ask you, are you a boy or a girl? So I'm a boy. And I'm gonna call him Brandon, because that's his official American game name. And that's it, and then he's gonna tell us Brandon is coming to Little Root Town from Johto, and this Brandon is going to be the luckiest bastard ever to live in Pokemon game, because we're gonna give him the power of cheats and make his life easy rather than working his butt off to achieve all his goals in the Pokemon world. So as you can see, the game starts with your mom and you moving in, and your dad's nowhere to be seen. Presume that he's in the gym. You go upstairs, set up your clock, and it's whatever you want to call it. I'll say 12 p.m. And I'll make it 10 p.m. 12 a.m. or whatever. Doesn't matter. And your mom says, come downstairs and check out your dad. He's on TV battling someone, and you don't get to see this, and you're disappointed, and you're like, Mom, why did you call me down? And then you go outside and you see this town is filled with the typical Pokemon characters, the fat guy, the kid, hey fat guy, and he's telling you something about PC, which doesn't matter. And then there's May's mom, and she's telling you to go upstairs and check her daughter out, which is quite weird. What if she's changing her clothes? Who knows? Let's go. And there's a Pokeball, and you decide to steal the Pokeball from me because you're so diabolical. Oh no, May catches you. Why are you stealing my Pokeball? I don't know. What's your name? My name is Brandon. And you introduce yourself, blah blah blah. She knows who you are, and she tells you to get out of the room because she caught you stealing and never come back again. And you're like, okay, hopefully I'll get something out of her dad. And there's a little girl who tells you Professor Birch is in danger. And that was my VD software I'm using to record this whole video, and it's a good software. And right now I'm trying to figure out the clicks of it. It's really hard to use actually, believe it or not. I really hate it, but oh well. It's better than what the other guys are using, in my opinion. And these are the shortcuts and and I'm still trying to get the mechanics of it, but I'm not getting it so well. Oh, whatever. One day I'll figure it out, but right now is not the time. Anyways, let's see what's going on up here. Now before I do anything, let me show you the codes I'm using. This is the codes I got from GameFAQs, and it's a really good code sheet by Lab Master. It's an action replay code, which is also a code breaker code. Now to put codes in this emulator, you go on the cheats menu, click on code breaker. Action replay and code breaker is the same thing, and I'm posting a master code. Now master code is the main code you put in for any code breaker or action replay cheat list, because if you don't have master it won't work. Now I put the master on, and now I'm gonna put the wild Pokemon's a shiny code. And then I have other cheat lists too, I'll post all of them just for your convenience, the cheats I used. If you like, I'll post more. And once you have a bunch of codes in here, you will have something that will look like this. I'll show you in a quick sec. Shiny. So I'll show you the effects of the codes. And Professor Birch is getting chased by Zigzagoon, who is a very weak Pokemon. He cannot kick the Pokemon for some strange reason or beat it up. And you grab a Torchic, or you can grab a Mudkip or a Treecko. But I like Torchic for one reason why I'm grabbing it. Oh no, it's a shiny Zigzagoon and a shiny Torchic. That's the reason why I took a Torchic, because I like a shiny Torchic. Shiny Torchic looks awesome. And you're beating it up, and it's using a pathetic attack. Oh my gosh, it had an orange berry. Oh, that sucks. And better beat it fast, because this one is really good. Come on. And that's it, we're done. And Professor Birch is thanking you for saving his butt. And you go to his lab and he says, Brandon, good boy. Thank you for saving my butt. Guess what? I have a present for you, Torchic. Hey, thanks, Professor Oak. Do you want to give it a nickname? No. Alright. May is also studying, but hopefully you'll teach May about Pokemon and blah 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 and help May out. Do May and you want to get married in the future? No, Professor Oak. See you later. Bye 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 bye. Just kidding. He's just asking you and May to study for Pokemon. What Professor Oak does to you. And he gives you the Pokedex. Now, I'll show you the crazy things you can do with this game using cheats. If you have a bunch of those cheat codes together, the list would look like something like this. I'll show you. This is my actual cheat code list. Now the code I'm gonna activate is access Professor Birch's bag during the time he gets attacked. These are the other master codes I'm activating, and I'll show you the purpose of these codes later on, how you use them. So I'm gonna activate the Professor Birch code. Oops, I'm back on that option where I can pick which starter Pokemon I want. So this time I want a Mudkip. And I'm going in battle. Oh, it's not a shiny Zigzagoon. The only reason why it's not shiny is because I didn't activate the shining code, if you can see. I only activated the master, the access Professor Birch's bag, and the other master and DMA codes. DMA is like a hack thing for the ROM. ROM's like memory or something. So I'm gonna beat it up again. And after that, we're back in that place where Professor Birch thanks you and gives you the starter Pokemon that you want, and then that's it. And if you see, I have a Mudkip now, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna be greedy and get it, and I'll get a Treecko. And I'm back at the battle, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of the Zigzagoon, and that's it, I'm done. And my Torchic is leveled up, which is good news for me, a level 6 Torchic. And you can see, I'm back at that place, and Professor Oak gave me a Treecko that I wanted. And I have all 3 starters. Isn't that great? You have all 3 starters of Hoenn. And they're all authentic. If you can see the option here, it says Little Root Town, which is pretty good. So let's go out, and I'll show you the use of the other codes. Now I'm back at the closest Pokemon Center, and I'll show you how to use the rare candy code. The rare candy code, you just turn it on, okay? Just a little. Oh yeah, before you turn another cheat code on, remember always to close the other disable the other cheat code. If you don't, it's gonna crash your memory, your RAM for the game. So I'm gonna turn the access Professor Birch's bag code off, and then turn on the rare candy code. And then I'm gonna go in my PC. Hey, there's the sexy Professor. Nurse Joy, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, someone's PC, that's where your Pokemon go. Now that's Brandon's PC. Now check this magic out, guys. Infinite rare candy, that's the code. Turn this code off, otherwise it's gonna screw up your game's memory. Turn it off really fast. Don't hesitate to turn it off quickly. And you see, infinite rare candy, guys. Don't believe me? Check it out. This number right here, the question 35, is actually the number infinity in Pokemon games. You cannot take that number out because it's infinity. And the reason why it's considered to be infinity is that the guys who made Pokemon, they weren't smart enough to put the double O sign for infinity. Instead, they have a question mark, which means infinity. So if you go to your bag, you see you have 99 rare candies. I'm gonna use them to level up Mudkip, and I'll use one to level up Trico. And he learned Absorb. That's great. And the other great code I have here is, the last but not least, the Pokeball code. Now, as soon as I activate the Pokeball code, I have to deactivate it fast. Is activated? Yes, it is. I have to deactivate it fast. Why? Because the Pokeball code is well known in the cheating community that it screws up your game faster. I got Master Ball, Ultra Ball, Great Ball, Pokeball, Safari, Net, Dive, Nest, Repeat, Timer, Luxury, and Premier. I can use any Pokeball I want to catch any Pokemon I want. That's the luxury you get of this. To see if your game didn't crash, just check out all the bags and see if you have a Pokeball in them. The way to figure out if your game crashed or not was that in key items you'll have a Pokeball or berries, or TM bag you'll have a Pokeball. So be careful when you do this code. And the other code I'm gonna activate is the money code. And to show you what infinite money looks like in Pokemon game is this. Question mark 00123. Like I said before, the reason why it is like this because the creators of Pokemon didn't put the infinity sign in the game as a value in the hexadecimal code of the game. If you're a code, you might understand this if you understand computer language. So therefore, infinity means question mark in Pokemon games. As soon as you use these codes, deactivate them fast because you don't want to screw up your game. And yep, that's pretty much it. So we set up this Brandon to be the luckiest guy in any Pokemon game. Have all 3 starters in the beginning. Have an awesome Shining starter, which is hard to get in any game. Actually, kind of impossible to get in any game without cheating. A Shining Torchic, a Mudkip, and a Trico, which is quite hard, especially a Shining Torchic. And he has a lot of money. He's loaded. He has a lot of rare candies. He doesn't need to waste his time raising up his Pokemon to a certain level. He has enough Pokeballs to last him forever to last him for at least 100 generations, I would say. And he has and yeah, that's practically sums it up. So I'm gonna save the game now. I'm gonna upload the code in my video so you guys can try it out at home and see if it works. And I'll upload the website link where I got these cheat codes from. And only do this if you beat the game, otherwise don't bother because it's gonna kill the game for you. But it's really fun when you cheat in a game after you beat it. So what's my next episode is that I'm gonna go and have a Pokemon battle with me. And since I picked the Torchic, May is gonna use a Mudkip, and I have a surprise for her. I'm gonna use a Trico that knows Absorb, and that's gonna screw her up big time. So stick around and vote, and hopefully you guys subscribe for me, or vote for me or something. I don't know, anything.